You're listening to the Morning Bull with Bonley Johnson, Bonzobitburg, and Little T, right here on WBAM Radio. Rock on.
Woo! Party, Wayne. Party, Garth.
Party, Garth.
Good morning, WBAM Radio. Good morning, Bonzo.
Good morning.
Good morning, Puddin'.
Good morning.
So we were talking right before the show that you have anxiety.
I do.
Why? Okay. I was going to ask you why, but then you kind of clarified that you were worried about your parents. But they're up already, right?
My parents?
Yeah.
They should be.
Why didn't you just text them, say, hey, you okay?
I think it just happened. It just okay. I'll
should we
explain
call
what
them?
happened. No.
Call your mom.
Oh.
Did you get
Not
the
this
phone
time.
working right?
But we have an intersection.
Not the one that I wanted to get working right.
Right at the top of the hill where we live, it's a bad intersection. People, like, you can make a left, okay, to get into our development, but people don't have perfect timing, let's put it that way. So they try to cut people off going the other direction. Plus, if you go to the light up here, you're not supposed to make a right neither, and sometimes people make a right and then they get hit.
Them PA asshole drivers.
Now, I've been here, well, let's see, a total of 11 years, but I lived here before that, so it's common. But I already witnessed like 5 to 6 cars into almost somebody's house right up at the intersection. So
I didn't think
it's
there was
not
any
good.
hills over your way. I thought you guys were pretty much all flat.
Oh, you're thinking of like a hill, but no, we're hilly. There's a mountain right outside of us.
I guess it all depends on where you're from. Since we're almost in the mountains, our hills are a little different.
Yeah. Your mountain and hills are different than ours, for
Yeah.
sure.
We have no mountains here.
No, just hills.
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm going to see if my mom is available. I'm sure she's all right. I just get that nervous feeling because I know a lot of people that come down this way and stuff like that. And I always, when my son first started driving, I told him, do not hit that intersection. Go down to the next one. If you have to, come to the development here, because it's bad.
So, is it like a T intersection?
Well, you got 4. It's like an intersection. So you got 4, like an actual intersection. It's not like a T. You have your highway, basically. It's your highway. So then in both directions of the highway, you have
Is it 4 lanes or 2-lane highway?
2-lane highway, one going east and
Okay.
one going west. And then you have ones from our development, they can go up to the light, and then you have another light that's coming from Walmart and our Taco Bell and stuff like that. So it's just people don't pay attention and they're in a rush and they think they can time it right to get to, because there is an arrow to get to the left, to make a left enter development if you're going, I think it's eastbound. Don't quote me. But yeah, so, and then once you don't have that green arrow, there's traffic coming the other way. So
I need my coffee. I can beat this 18-wheeler.
it's bad.
That's what people think, though.
I
don't
want
wanna
to
wait.
it. Yeah, usually you can hear the accident, like in our house, we're like, uh-oh. Because there was a couple of times where like Pat was sitting on the recliner here in the living room and I was out on the porch and I said, you need to go up. Because he's a retired fireman. I said, please go up and check. Because sometimes our firefighters and stuff, they're not there right away. So at least Pat can give some assistance, which happened a couple of times too. So
How dare you? He works his ass off, and you make him go out and work it even more.
he even does it. I don't even have to say anything and he'd be up there. But it's just the point
Instincts.
Huh?
Instincts.
Uh-huh.
Just automatically takes off when he hears a crunch.
But the house that sits right at the corner there, they're trying to fight for a guardrail in there because there's so many cars that go through that. There was even a fence and 2 cars went underneath the fence into the house, like close to the house. I want to say right by the door. That's how close they were to the house. So
I wonder,
I wouldn't want to live there.
because I heard, I don't know how true this is. I'm not a lawyer and I'm not wise on any of this shit, but I heard like if you put your own up, like you could be liable for the damage that people cause to themselves hitting your guardrail if you put your own up, your own stone fence or whatever.
I believe that bullshit.
Well, I know he put a rock.
So they probably
there.
do have to get it approved, and it probably does have to be government put in and blah 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 for them, you know.
Well, I know he said he contacted the township to request it, and they refused it. So he put a big ass rock there,
Yeah,
and that got removed. So
yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I think it's not legal to do that. I
Yeah,
think
I
you're not
remember
allowed to
there-
fucking do your own.
Out there heading out towards Tappan, there was a guy that built this big concrete structure around his mailbox because it kept getting knocked down, and he cemented his mailbox in the ground.
Yeah, you can't do that.
And somebody hit it and got hurt, and he got in trouble for it.
Yep.
Ugh.
It has to be collapsible.
Huh.
That's why mailbox baseball exists. You can't fill them with concrete.
I've
However,
seen some
you
crazy
can
shit
have,
around
you're allowed to
here.
have a concrete post. It just can't be concreted into the ground. It has to be able to
Right.
break. Because we had one. We have one. But I got it. It's just mine just sits in a block. So if you hit it, it tips over. It would still fuck your car up if you hit my mailbox with that big 2 foot by 2 foot block on the bottom. But it'll still tip over. It's not solid to the ground. You can grab it and move it, but it would. It wouldn't. Your oil pan wouldn't be okay if you went over top of it. Which is bullshit. I think you should be allowed to protect your shit. If people are going too fast or for any reason go off the road, even if it's not their fault,
Mhm.
and they are in your yard and hit something in your yard, how are you liable for that? That's crazy to me. Just like the whole reason people don't let people hunt on their properties is because they liability issues. Of course, Ohio has that now. I don't know if it's been tested or not, where you're responsible for yourself if you're hunting on somebody else's property. They are no longer liable for you doing that.
As long as they get the owners
Permission,
get
yes.
the permission
Yeah.
slip signed, then they're
But that makes even less sense to me. If they sneak on, you should be less liable.
right.
But I don't think that's the case. Which is
I mean,
fucked up.
I think you could fight it and say they were trespassing and win, but it'd be a
Probably, but
battle.
you still probably have to. Yeah, you still have to get a lawyer. And
I don't even want to talk about fucking lawyers and shit. Yesterday I got an email again.
from that stuff from your dad's probate.
Yeah. I told them they're saying that Medicare or whatever, they're saying that he owes them
Well, then tell him to collect from
14,800.
him.
Well, they'll pull probate, and then when they can't get the money, then they'll go after the house, I'm sure. But anyhow, he owes like 15 grand, and I'm like, I want to see an itemized bill, what he owes for, blah blah blah.
Yeah, I think you should be entitled to that because it might.
So
be
they sent it
kinda
over,
scammy.
and they're trying to say that he owes money from back in 2016 all the way up till the year he was killed. And I'm like, well, why didn't they collect the shit when he was alive? Why am I responsible for debts that he had back
Well,
in 2016?
I would take it to a lawyer and see if it'll cost you less than 15 grand to fight it.
It will, but they said I already got a lawyer. I've been talking to her this whole time, and she's saying I can get it down, but you're still going to have to pay him. And I'm like, I don't see why I have to pay this shit. Why didn't they? And the other thing is, he never had any statements saying, I went through all his paperwork. There was no paper that's saying any past due bills. And then when I called Medicaid telling me he was killed to cancel his membership, they didn't say anything about no outstanding bills. So I'm like, I don't know.
This is Florida, right?
Yeah, Florida.
But the Medicaid is federal.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's federal. Medicaid and Medicare are from retirement.
Well, I guess
Social Security.
This is a collection agency for Medicaid.
Yeah, I don't pay a nickel to a collection agency. Fuck them.
But anyhow, I told her I wanted to dispute it, so she's filing a dispute right now, and we'll see what happens.
The state sent a collection agency after me for that motorcycle business thing I did.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, whoa. And I told them, I said, the business didn't even last a full year. And they're like, well, we had to estimate for these other 2 years that, you could have been open. Well, I'm like, what? They're like, yeah. And I said right here, I filed, here's the thing I filed with the state to close the claim when I filed bankruptcy. And they're like, no, you still owe us. And they were lying. I did not owe them. So I told them, I said, well, do what you got to do. And I never paid them. And then I never heard from them again. It was right up to a couple of years ago, they were bothering me. And I think it was just because I was talking to them. I think I was paying them attention, which brought them into existence. But they were a debt collector for the state. They weren't the state. They were just a debt collector. So what those debt collectors do is they buy those debts. They pay a small fee to take those debts off the state's hands or whoever has them.
Well, this is actually
and anything they get is their money.
A state-owned collection agency. It's Florida's. I forget the name of the company, but it's actual Florida state collection agency of some type.
Yeah, I don't know about that one then. I don't know how Florida works, but I thought Medicaid and Medicare were federal. I didn't think they were state-run agencies, unless each state has its own branch of that. I don't know.
I wrote a big letter to the mayor and sent it to him. It probably won't do any good, but
in Florida,
yeah,
the mayor won't do you any good. You got to send a letter to Ron DeSantis.
Or that's what I meant, the governor, not the mayor. Well, that's who I sent it to.
Drop my name. Tell him Bonley Johnson is your friend.
Yeah, because he's all against the illegal immigrants, and that's what happened. So I was telling him, I told him the story and how now I have all this money I owe for.
Yeah, I still don't understand what it's for.
That's what they didn't even send like what it was for. They just sent the dates.
That makes me.
And so I told her, I said, I want to know what these bills are for. I want to know what procedures or whatever he had done. I want to know it all
because
I just don't want dates.
HIPAA no longer matters.
Well, I even signed a release form, so I had to fill out a release form, one of the HIPAA release forms, so that she could get the information.
And all she got you was dates?
Yeah, all they sent her was dates and how much they were per that date.
Yeah.
So it's been almost a year now, and I'm still fighting this bullshit. I'm tired of it.
All they want is to collect people's properties. If you have a loved one in a nursing home and they're racking up a bill, you can kiss whatever property or bank account they have goodbye. It's gone. They'll take it. As soon as that person passes or whatever, it's gone. As soon as it's in probate, those places, the Medicaid and all that, they'll take everything.
That's why everybody should do a trust.
Everything should be in a trust. But what we should also do is start enacting laws that fucking fight that stuff.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. If the Medicaid and the Medicare don't pay enough to these nursing homes, then they're charging too much, or the government isn't paying enough. And people argue on the other side that, oh, what about rich people with all these mansions? Should they get free health care? Listen, if they paid into the system long enough, yes, they should. Sorry. Once you retired, you've paid into the system. I think you earned it. It's the people like my former drummer who's been on disability since the 80s for no reason. Mental, I don't know. Maybe it's mental. But I know he works under the table and stuff, or he did until he got to be 500 pounds. That's the real drain on Social Security. That and the, Senator blah, blah, blah dipping into it to pay this bill or that bill, which is also bullshit. The fact that they touch Social Security, every one of those people should be fucking hung for treason. That's our money, not theirs. Cocksuckers. But yeah, hopefully you guys get that all worked out. How are you supposed to inherit anything in this country? They just fucking... They steal everything. There's inheritance. Then you have to pay tax on it. If you do get it, you have to pay a big tax on it. That's already been paid twice. Once when they bought it. Every year, fucking, there's a property taxes. And then again, there's a 50% inheritance tax. It's ridiculous. We fought the fucking Revolutionary War over 2% tax on tea. Think about that. And now we give up 50% of our wages every fucking week, or bi-weekly if you get paid bi-weekly. It's crazy. That's insanity to me. We have missed. Good morning, Sharbucks. Our loyal listener. We have missed a grand opportunity, Bonzo.
What's that?
How have we not had Puddin predicting the NFL playoffs for us? We could be betting money. I could take a mortgage out on my property down there.
Then I could pay that 14,
exactly
15,000, no problem.
Have her pick the games this weekend and go out and put 15 grand on each one. Then you're fucking double your money.
Who the hell's playing? I don't even remember now.
Eagles and the Commanders.
Eagles. Yep.
And the Bills and the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Dude. It's going to be the Eagles and the Chiefs.
That's probably who it'll be, but that's not who I want it to be.
Me neither, but
I want to see the Bills, and I want to see them lose to the Commanders. I want to see the Commanders win the Super Bowl and then change their name back to the Redskins.
That's what I'd like to see. A rookie quarterback win the Super Bowl.
It's historic even if he makes it. He doesn't even have to win. He just has to get there. But he's good, man. I told you that when I saw him play the Steelers.
Yeah.
That dude's for real. He didn't play like a rookie. I remember even when Worthlessberger was a fucking rookie, they cut the playbook way down for him, did all that, and he still won 9 games that year, which is what's unheard of for a rookie. But Daniels is even better. I think he's going to be a stud. And that kid that New England has, I can't even remember his fucking name now. Smith? No. Anyhow, they got a rookie quarterback who's pretty awesome, too. And he's a big, tall guy, too. I think that's necessary. There are short quarterbacks that did well in the NFL, but the tall ones seem to have an easier time seeing over top of those big, goofy linemen. So we're going to set it up later. We're going to set the, whatever you call it, the bracket. And we're going to have Puddin pick 'em. We're going to have Puddin's pick 'em for this weekend and for the Super Bowl. And then we're going to see how she does. Put her on the spot. What do you think about that?
What slots should I play tonight?
Slots.
Slots?
You're gonna. I thought you were just doing the dogs.
No,
she could give you a pick. She should give you a lucky number for the dogs.
Play I don't even know if the dogs will be running by the time we get. I think it's done.
Cold. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot about that. That's something you guys need to do if you come down here. Go to Wheeling and go watch the dog races.
That's fun.
It is fun. I'm not allowed to go because Barkley's no fun. she don't like the poor dogs being raised like that.
Uh,
Yeah, people see it as abuse.
I could see that.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's just like everything else. There's going to be ethical breeders, and there's going to be ethical dog trainers, and there's going to be ethical dog racers. But there's also going to be bad ones. And they do, a lot of them euthanize their animals when they're done racing, so they don't have to feed them. But there's an adoption thing set up where you can go down and adopt them, but I don't think they all get adopted. You should. Greyhounds are great dogs. Very docile. Everyone thinks, "Oh my God, what would I do with all that energy?" They're just fast. They're really lazy dogs outside of.
Yeah, they're fast for like 5 seconds,
Yeah.
and then they're done.
Yeah, you go out and walk them for 10 minutes and done for like a week. So go out and adopt greyhounds, everybody. They seem to be pretty good dogs.
Yeah, I've talked to people that go down there with their adopted dogs.
Yeah,
They say they're real good dogs.
they're probably super happy after being kenneled all the time.
Yeah.
Get to hang out and live on a couch. That would be awesome. Better life than I had as a child. Sleep on a mattress on the floor. Like a dog bed. Now I have a bed. Poor me.
Yeah, the main reason we're going down is for the buffet, the seafood buffet tonight. And then
Crab legs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yummy.
And then we're gonna probably play a couple slots here and there.
You don't like seafood?
Yeah, I said
She
yummy.
said yummy.
Oh, I thought you said not me.
Oh no, seafood is one of my top favorites.
I don't really care for seafood that much. I like whitefish, I like shrimps, and I like scallops. That's really about it. I don't care for crab legs. They don't taste bad to me or anything. They're just too much
Pain in
fucking
the
work.
ass.
Yeah, for a
Yeah.
little tiny bit of
You
meat.
gotta have the neck to crack it.
Yeah. Bonzo's good at
Not
it.
that
I'm
hard.
I tried because my son likes them. He likes crab legs, but
Yeah, I remember we went to that Chinese place that one time, and that's all I did was sat there and cracked crab legs for everybody.
Yep, you did. Alex and Vicky ate all your crab legs. Greedy little bastards. Didn't even offer to help.
But
Tuesday,
yeah, they got scallops, they got fried shrimp, they have clams, they have
clams
fish.
aren't bad.
They
Also, I don't
have-
like anything on the shell.
No,
Oh.
these are. I think it's fried. I don't know for sure though. I haven't
Lost
been
my-
down there yet. This will be the first time.
I lost my Mountain Dew. You guys talk amongst yourselves for a second. I was out sanding I'm getting that baby gate ready for the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
And I stained all one side, and I did it with one of those foam brushes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it run down and pulled underneath of it on the fucking the garbage bag I had set up on the hobby horses or whatever, saw horses.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna have to sand it all off on the one side because it all pulled and I couldn't get it to blend. I tried. I went ahead and stained
You were
over top.
staining it with a foam thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't do it that way.
What do you do it with?
You just take a rag and wipe it on and then wipe it off. And then like lint free, like a cotton, like an old t-shirt or something's good.
I know what you're talking about.
You just
I
dip
never
it in
stained
the
anything
stain.
before. How do you clear it then?
Then you would take a really good, I wouldn't do foam brush because that'll create a lot of bubbles. I would do like a real nice, expensive paintbrush.
Because it barely looks like our stuff has any clear on it. It looks very nice
really?
and thin and just really
Well, then they
nice.
probably use like a satin finish or something.
Yeah.
Because you can put a lot on there and it won't look like it's.
Oh, okay. That's what I want to go with then. Because I don't know. I'm just putting color on right now. And I told Barkley I'm not finishing it. I'm not doing the clear.
Did you paint it on and then wipe it off, or did you just paint it on and let it dry?
I just painted it on and let it dry.
Oh, no.
Why?
Because you don't do that. It's not going to match your wood if they did it the right way.
Well, it's so dark. I couldn't get it dark enough by doing it, like just rubbing it on. It's fucking dark. You've seen our woodwork.
Yeah.
And it looks fine right now. It was just the side that it kind of run down and pulled on. It didn't work out very well. But I sanded it off. I can sand it all off. It's not that hard.
No, if you got it on there already, if it matches your
It looks right, other than there's no clear on it.
right.
Other than what I had to knock off. But I'll use a rag on this side and see if I notice a difference.
And if you want it darker, you just let it sit on longer. If you want it lighter, you wipe it off quicker.
I didn't wipe it off at all. I didn't know that. I just assume things. I don't read about stuff.
Yeah.
I do things. I had no idea. I'd never done it before.
I mean, I guess you can let it sit there and dry on there. I don't know. I've never done stain like that. I've always wiped it on and wiped it off.
How do you get it dark then?
You let it sit on there longer. Or you can go back over and recoat it and wipe it off again.
I'll see what happens when I do it on this side now. Like I got it all sanded off. I'll be right back. I was out there sanding and I left my Mountain Dew out there. Now I'm thirsty.
Okay.
So I'll be right back.
Guess you got to go over there and show them how it's done, right?
I guess so. I would if
I
I
kinda
was
know
stain
what
a
you're
nice
talking- I
if
know-
I
I
would
kinda-
stain a nice piece of wood like that, I would do some research first. I wouldn't just go in and do it
I kind
blind.
of know what you're talking about because we did it to something here. Pat was showing me how to do it. And I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell he was doing, but yeah.
Yeah, you let the stain it soaks into the wood grain and then you wipe the excess off and it gives it a nice smooth look.
Right.
So how's
I
it
don't
going to
know.
work on that siding, man?
The siding?
Yeah.
You mean the
You
barn?
just take a rag and wipe the whole fucking thing down?
Yeah, just wipe it down and wipe it off and then let that dry and then
That seems like a
put
lot
your
of
clear.
goddamn work.
It doesn't take long. It's just you just wipe it down, let it go, and with a rag you just
Yeah, but you're doing the ceiling, the walls, the whole fucking thing.
Oh, that you mean for the clear or whatever? Or
No, for the color.
I'm not coloring mine.
Well, I was going to color my ceiling. I was going to do that
Well,
whitewash.
You do that before you put it up and then it's
Oh.
fine.
Yeah, maybe.
You just lay the boards out on a horse, some sawhorses, and wipe it down. And then, if you're gonna put a clear varnish over it, you'll do the wash first, let it dry, and then do the varnish the next day, and then throw it up.
Yeah, we'll see. Might get all just cleared. We'll see. It's a fucking shed. What the hell are we talking
Yeah.
about?
Huh?
The hell were we talking about before we got all sidetracked?
We were talking about you staying in the gate.
Yeah, but that was a sidetrack.
Then we were talking about football.
Oh yeah, we got to do the bracket. And let Puddin get her Swami hat on and
Swami hat.
pick. You can keep it secret.
Yeah.
Yeah, like send it in a text to somebody,
Okay.
and then we can go back and look at it later, or you can just
then
pick
we
it,
reveal it.
or you can just pick it. Don't want to put you on the spot, but we want to put you on the spot. Put you to the test. The NFL stands for the No Fun League.
We need a ghost story segment on this show
A
too.
ghost story segment. Well, we had an incident maybe 2 months ago.
Nice. Let's hear it.
Why didn't we hear about it 2 months ago?
'Cause we were busy doing other stuff, I guess. can't remember. All I remember is Pat. All I remember is Pat would probably have to tell you more than know what I do. But we were laying in bed, and supposedly, like his mouth just dropped to the freaking floor, and I'm like, "What the hell are you doing?" He just like stopped in his tracks, and he goes, "Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that?" I said, "Did I see what?" And he goes, "Well, this person is like directly like in front of him, like he's laying down, but it's like in front of him." And I said, "Yeah." And I said, "What's it?" He swore to God it was Kira. I think this is the first time he's actually seeing that girl that me and Kira have been talking about. Like
What
he
girl have
actually
you? I'm lost on the
there's
girl.
there is a little girl, and I don't want to say little, but she looks like Kira, age and all. Like she is roaming she's roaming the house.
So,
So
have you been with Kira and seen her?
Kira was here the one night when she came to us and said, "There's someone that's walking in the house." She goes, "Kind of reminds me of me." And I said, "That's what I said." Like we saw the same exact appearance. And then Pat seen it, but he didn't see her like the face. He only saw like I think the side of her. And he said, "I swear to God, I thought it was Kira." And I like, no, it wasn't.
What is
So
she there for?
I don't know. She just wants
Aren't you like the Sixth Sense kid? Can't you help him go back to
but she
the
doesn't want to
light?
communicate with me. She's not going to. She's just
Hmm.
happy to be here. I think she feels more comfortable here. I think she feels like a home.
Take some sage to that fucking pain in the ass.
No, there's nothing
If I was
going on.
dead and
There's
I seen you
nothing
and
going
Pat going
on.
at it, I'd want to stay there too.
There's nothing going on though. But he's starting to see more entities than usual, which is like, well,
You've
he
been
says
slipping like
what?
ethylene glycol in his drinks or something. Little
No,
fucking antifreeze. He's
no.
hallucinating.
But it's like he he he's to the point where he's now like he's actually seeing them with like a clear vision, like I do at times, and he's afraid something's going to happen. And I was like, and nothing's going to happen. Like he wants them gone. I said, there's nothing. She's not doing anything. She's not doing anything wrong. So I don't know. Don't know.
Well, tell us more about her.
I
Or is that
don't know
it?
much more about her. I don't know much more about her except for that she likes to roam and she seems to be doing it when Kira's here a lot. That's when she
Well,
seems to come.
isn't that we did talk about this? Now I remember. Because isn't that the theory on poltergeists? Like they seem to follow teenage girls.
Children more likely.
Yeah, no,
The
teenage
youngsters,
girls
yeah.
specifically is
I don't.
what I read or heard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
Oh,
teenage girls because they're I don't know. I probably added this part in, but it's because they're so tumultuous. Like they're chaotic people for the most
yeah.
part. Not all of them. Not some teenage girls are just sweet and calm and blah blah.
No,
Blah.
no, I
But
get
some
you.
are, you know, chaotic and high energy, and they attract that kind of energy. Is
Yeah.
what the basis from what they were saying.
Well, I mean, Pat's even concerned because seems to be like that back room seems to be the portal for
What
him,
the
like
hell is
the
that gorilla
hangout.
concerned for?
Huh?
What are they gonna do to him?
Nothing.
Exactly. He's a fucking gorilla.
And I
He could
said if
squash
they
it.
were
He could probably
going,
squash a
if
ghost.
they were going to do something, they would have done a long time ago. Plus, I have the house guarded. It's all protected. So if you would come in here and you brought something evil with you, I
Oh,
ain't coming in here.
when I come to your house, I'm bringing something evil with me. I'm going to take a grumpy in your toilet.
Because you know you can bring stuff into the house.
Oh, I'm sure. What is
Yeah.
going on, DJ Master Stream? Oh, that's what we are called, the DJ Master Stream
What?
on our app. I'm uploading and stuff. I'm doing my work while I'm sitting here.
Oh,
Doing my uploads
okay.
and stuff. But it's called the DJ Master Stream. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, other than that, it's pretty calm. Like I said, we'll hear voices once in a while, but it's nothing like we're so used to it.
Right.
I just think that, like I said, Pat's seeing more of it, and now he's starting to wonder, like, oh shit. But
Now, why would that be though?
he was freaking me out because he was just like really like
Do you think
wanting them
because
to
he's paying
go.
attention?
Yeah, I think so. And it's like
Well, I don't know anything about this stuff.
I deal with this every day. I deal with it every day. So it's a normal thing for me.
Well, if you would walk around your house with fucking clothes on, this ghost would probably leave you alone.
I
You
do
walk
walk
around
around with clothes on. Shut up.
They're not even ghosts. They're her neighbors with fucking sheets all going, ooh. Peeping in the windows.
No.
Ooh. It's okay to take a bath again. Ooh. I know. I ruin everything. Can't have any fun with me around. So that's it. That's your new ghost story? That this little girl's been seeing?
I can't think of offhand because like I said, it's a natural day, natural thing for me. So it's nothing that actually like stands out at the moment, except for that one, because both Kira and Pat seem
Right. Well, that makes
But
it
he wants to-
significant
he
if
wa-
you're not the only one seeing it. So, I mean,
Right. He wants to know why they keep on going back to the back room though, because that seems to be like their hangout, their waiting room.
what do you do back there?
Nothing. It's Kira. Well, it used to be my son's room, then it was my studio, and then it became Kira's room now.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. I think that's just their. They
So
feel
it's not like
comfortable
where
back
you
there.
guys like chain each other up and stuff.
No.
It's not your playroom. I'm just wondering why they're hanging out there. If they have a reason.
They have always hung out there. The only thing I can think of
Is it colder there? Is it
it's the coldest room in the house, but that's because it's above the garage though.
right?
So
Yeah,
that's
that
debunked
makes
right there.
sense. Yeah.
Right. But the only thing I can think of is now when the owners of the house, not the owners prior to us, but the first owners of the house, he passed away in this house in that back room. So I don't know. I don't ask unless they tell. Let's just put it that way. If they come to me and they want to talk to me, then they can do that.
Well, why
Did
don't
they actually talk to you, or is it just like a
They do
like
more like signs, but then sometimes I can hear like faint voice. I'm trying to think. I just had one not too long ago. Oh God, who is this for? I have to think on it because now you're bringing me back. Now I'm trying to. It's not too long ago that someone came through. I don't know. I have to think about it. Put me on the spot here. So it's like.
Well, think about it.
I will then.
My
head's not fully clear.
You just not you need coffee or what?
Huh?
You
I
need some
don't drink coffee.
You want
I
some
don't
tea?
drink coffee. I haven't drank tea this morning yet because my stomach's acting up. I got that acid reflux shit going on.
That ain't good.
Mm-mm.
I gotta try and figure out. Yeah, well. So, I was watching this documentary yesterday. It was on it was called "The Foods That Made America."
Yeah, Dana watches
Okay.
those all the time.
Yeah, they had they were focused on a couple of them, but one of them was the Heinz ketchup guy,
Yeah.
and he had started his business. It was in Pittsburgh, of course. We know that. Well, if you're not from here, maybe you don't know that. Heinz ketchup's from Pittsburgh, but he started out as a horseradish sauce. His whole focus was trying to find a sauce because there was no condiments back then. Nothing bottled anyway. Everything was always, you made it that day. You made it when you were making the meal, blah, blah, blah. So he wanted something he could bottle and that would stay. So he come up with horseradish sauce. So this horseradish mayonnaise kind of nasty concoction that
Sounds like tartar.
kind of, but there's no there's no horseradish in tartar. It's just relish.
Yeah.
But he, of course, it flopped because it was just gross. Nobody wanted it. But he had already sunk a bunch of money into it, so they ended up charging him with fraud, and he went to jail for fraud. But when he got out, he had to file bankruptcy and do all this. But when he got out, he was still focused, and all he was focused on was trying to find a sauce. They didn't have. I don't think the word condiment even existed back then. Like there was no bottles of anything. They were talking about how it was so gross back then. Like nothing stayed. They couldn't get anything to preserve and last, so they would use colored glass bottles and that because everything was so nasty looking, and they tried to fool everybody with what they were having in it and blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
But he came up with this ketchup, and apparently it was from something that they used to put on wheat as a preservative. That's where the original part of the recipe came from. But they didn't use tomatoes. And he tried it with all this other different shit, and he fucking, like, one day just decided to try it with tomatoes, and then all of a sudden he decided, well, this doesn't taste right, so he put vinegar in it. And he said it tasted better, but then it wasn't sweet enough, so then he put sugar in it to balance out the tart, and then poop, it was ketchup. That quick. It was weird. And then they, like I said, they ended up bottling it, and now they sold that company, I can't remember how long ago it was, 20 years ago? 30 years ago, for $23 billion.
Wow.
They were talking about the Coke guy, too, how he got hosed. His whole family, Pemberton, got hosed over the Coca-Cola thing. He went into business with this guy, and the guy ended up just selling the rights to it to, pieces and parts all over the country, and it just ended up being a wackadoodle thing. But, yeah.
Yeah, that's the same show that I was talking about, the Hershey and
Yeah, they talked about
Reese's.
them a little bit too, how they were battling each other. And it was cutthroat back then.
There's a whole series on that show that you're talking about. It's like there's episodes.
Yeah,
and she watches them all. She's on like the Oreo cookie right now.
When they robbed Hydrox.
I don't know what, I didn't watch it. She was watching. I only seen the Hershey one, and then there was another one I watched, but I don't remember what it was.
Isn't that weird? It's just one guy with a vision.
Yep.
That sees it a different way than everybody else sees it. And then it sticks. Henry Ford, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
He saw everything a different way, and he's like, this is what we should do. And it fucking stuck. And all his idea was the assembly line. He wasn't the car guy. He just revolutionized how we built cars. They still use assembly lines. They use them everywhere now. That guy was, he was a crude dude, but it just goes to show you, it only takes one good idea, and then you're considered a fucking genius. So come up with one idea.
Every time I do it, I'm always beat to the punch.
Yeah. Every single time. Same
and it
here.
takes a lot of money to friggin' patent some.
Yes.
It does. Even to get like anything like that band name, when I wanted to get that thing, it was almost $7,000.
Yeah, it ain't cheap to patent or even copyright something.
It's fucking wacky.
I remember back in, I believe it was junior high, we had to come up with an invention. We had to, create something and then try to get patent. And there's but some stuff was like I had my invention was, and I don't think this came out, but it could have, was the popsicle stick, but you had like a cup underneath to catch the dripping. See what I'm saying? So that was my invention.
Oops. Got the thing off there.
Tell you what though, those diapers now, I don't think my kids had that when they were babies. So it's now when they change color.
Yeah.
When they pee.
Mhm. They got a little yellow streak on them. It turns
Yeah.
blue when they're
Yeah.
wet. Yep.
I didn't have that for my kids.
Nope. That's new.
Kinda nice
I don't know
'cause
why you need that. If
I
she
do, 'cause
pees and she's anywhere near me, I can smell it.
I don't have a good sense of smell, so I'm clueless.
I must, because Barkley can't even smell it. I'm like, she just peed. We were laying in bed last night and I smelled her pee and I was like, she's peeing. She just peed all over herself. I'm like,
Yeah,
"God damn."
my sense of smell is shitty, so thank God for that.
Moms have hearing, not smell.
Ah,
I can smell certain things like marijuana. It's like I can smell that like I'm like a dog when it comes to marijuana. It's like somebody's smoking.
I smell that strong too.
And what
It hits
else?
me hard for some reason.
Oh, the other day we went. I don't remember what fast food joint went through, but I don't like pickles, and
Mm-hmm.
I ordered sandwiches, and she got the bag, and I handed the bag to her, and I'm like, "There's pickles on something in there." And sure enough, they fucked my order up. They put pickles on my sandwich.
I just take them off. Just pick it
No, that
off.
flavor is all over.
Oh,
Ugh.
What's weird though is I can't smell my own farts.
Yeah, you can't. They smell like roses when you
I'm
to
like,
you.
I don't get it.
like I can smell like vinegar and horseradish. Like that's kind of stuff I can smell, but other stuff,
Yeah, I smell that stuff strong.
I have-
I don't know if there's anything I can't smell strong. I just have a good sense of smell, I guess. It's just weird. Weird how some people have that senses that are better than others.
Mhm.
Like my vision is terrible. My eyes are terrible. It's not even like a prescription terrible. I just can't see shit. I have no depth perception. My one eye bounces all the time, so I can't even focus on anything. And what pisses me off is these algorithms on these social media apps. Like I love to watch the reels on Instagram. But if it's one that you have to read, then it takes me like 20 fucking minutes to get through, and focus on it and read it. And then all of a sudden, it even if it's not something I was interested in, by the time I'm done reading it, the algorithm starts sending me all those shit because I stayed there and looked at it. That's what it goes by, is how long you stare at something. So it fucking screws. So I end up with all this stupid shit all over. I'm like, I just want the funny ones. Just give me the funny ones. I don't care about these other ones. But as soon as I have to stop, if it's something I listen to and flip through, then it's cool. Alfalfa. I don't even know. Isn't that wheat or hay? Sharbuck put in, I'm like that with alfalfa, one tiny bit, and it taints my whole sandwich. As long as it doesn't sandwich your whole taint, I guess. But
What do they put alfalfa on?
that's what I'm wondering.
I'm curious. Is this a Vegemite sandwich?
Vegemite? It's disgusting.
I've never tried it.
What is it? I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
Salt. It's like it's like our Nutella, kind of.
Well, it's
like a
made of
spread.
something, right? It's made of something very specific. I just don't know what it is.
It's terrible.
All right.
Ugh.
It's like, is it? Oh, I don't even want to guess now. All right, Sharbucks, you're up. What is Vegemite made of?
Hold on. I'll
Give
look it
me a
up myself.
Vegemite sandwich. But I know Odie1 Canody tried it when what's her name?
Reality Bites.
Reality Bites had the Vegemite challenge on
Yeah.
Smule. And Odie did it. He put it on toast. And very bravely took a bite. And the weird part is he got sick shortly after that. So I'm going to blame the Vegemite on all his health issues. It's not true. But I don't know what it's made of. It's made of something.
For us to taste, and I can tell you if she didn't get to it.
Alfalfa benefits and nutrition.
Oh, there you go.
Alfalfa we grow it's a hayfield. You plant alfalfa in a hayfield. You sprinkle it with alfalfa.
But Vegemite is a thick, dark brown spread made from brewer's yeast, salt, malt extract, vegetable
Made from
extracts.
what?
Brewer's yeast.
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 Yes.
I'm sorry, I don't have my
Salt.
ears and I can't hear you either. I
I'm
can't hear
probably
either.
saying
Can't see, I
salt,
can't hear. It's probably why my smell is so good.
malt extract, vegetable extracts, and B vitamins.
Yeah, it's a yeast extract full of B vitamins. Bleh.
Yeah, it does sound.
It's nasty. Flavor. Here it is. Exactly. Salty, slightly bitter. Yes.
Slightly bitter and
Malty.
salty, so it's jizz.
Yes. It's
It's jizz.
it's nasty shit.
Dark brown jizz on toast. That's what it is.
But I
A
guess
veggie jizz sandwich.
they would use it just like we would use like our Nutella kind of shit, you know?
Yeah, but, Nutella has sugar in it. It's sweet. It's made from.
Nutella's nasty too. I don't like Nutella.
It's okay. I wouldn't. I mean, people are comparing it to. For a while there, they were calling it like the new chocolate spread. Like it's better than chocolate. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Is that Nutella? That's that hazelnut spread. Is that what that is?
Hazelnut? Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that.
It's good, but it's not chocolate.
No, it's not chocolate, but I like it.
Contains wheat and gluten. Oh no, not gluten. So it's made from wheat, barley, mineral salt, malt extract. So and barley.
Salt
so
and
this is
mineral
basically
salt. Yes.
if you let it ferment, would it turn into alcohol? Sure. I've never eaten alfalfa. I fed it to the horses.
I think I might have had it on like a salad, maybe.
I didn't know we could eat it. I really didn't. I'm not trying to be funny. I really didn't know we could eat it. Other than growing in a hayfield, I thought it was a little boy on the Little Rascals.
No.
I really didn't. Well, now I have to try it because Deborah says it's good on a vegetarian bagel. Oh man,
I think I had it on my salad.
Is it a dry sprinkle? Is it a sprig? What is it?
No.
How do they serve it?
Like a leaf. That's how I'm pretty sure.
So it is. It's the same fucking alfalfa then. It's a leaf, just like they grow it in the fucking hayfield.
Yeah, I believe so.
Well, if you get buck teeth and you start going after you eat that shit, don't blame me. End up getting foundered on that stuff. No gut infection. I might be with Charbucks on this one. I ain't with her on the Vegemite, but I might be with her on the alfalfa being nasty. But you know what? I hated spinach for a long time too. Now I like baby spinach in my salad. Yeah. But I don't like it. I still don't like that shit that they get out of the package. Or the can. The can is the worst. The canned spinach. It's just fucking awful. That stuff tastes.
I'll eat the spinach on like a dip. See what I'm saying? Like
okay,
a dip.
All right. Spinach dip when it's covered in all kinds of other shit isn't bad. I've had it where you had it on them little toasty bread thingies.
I can eat it separately. It's got to have a lot of.
But just cooked. I like spinach as a salad, but that's baby spinach. I don't think it's the same thing, right?
We discussed this already. It's a more
it's not ripe or whatever.
Young. You're right. Yeah. It's not as mature as your actual.
Yeah, well, I like it baby spinach.
My grandma used to make some good spinach.
You ate it?
Yeah. I wish I could make it like she did. I'd eat it all the time.
What's that?
Spinach.
What did it taste like besides
it? It had its own unique flavor. I don't know. She put something in it though to make it taste good. It was kind of I don't know if she used vinegar. It was a little bit sour, but not really. I don't know. I don't know what she put in it.
Well, but it might be in if it's sour.
She would cook it in a pan, and I think she put some olive oil in it, and then she put some seasoning, and I don't know if it was vinegar or what, but it was a little bit sour. It was good.
Well, I don't like Brussels sprouts, but
Me
Barkley like
neither.
shaves them up and then cooks them with oil and bacon, roasts
Just to
them.
get rid of
Yeah.
that bitter taste, though. How do you get rid of that bitter taste?
That's what the bacon does. The salt just takes it right out of it.
So when I come down, I'm gonna try it.
She'll make it. It's
'Cause I don't
it's
like
not hard to
Brussels
make,
sprouts.
and it's good. And I don't like Brussels sprouts at all. But when she shaves them down, it becomes like a little cabbagey kind of thing, and they're not nearly as bad.
Yeah, I can't get past the bitter part.
Yeah, the picture did come up, but that doesn't look like an alfalfa. It looks like a sprig to me. It doesn't look like a leaf. That's why I wasn't sure if we were talking about the same thing. If you're not vegetarian, then don't order vegetarian stuff. Deborah. Busting your balls. Kidding, of course. Eat what you want. I don't know what silver beet is either.
Me neither.
This must be shit they find under rocks out in the outback. It grows under a dingo turd. It's the only place to find it. That's where we find our magical mushrooms. Under a cow patty. Isn't that where they grow?
What, mushrooms?
Yeah.
Some do.
Isn't that the one they get high on? The one that grows underneath cow turds?
I don't know. I know that they call like the cow mushrooms and stuff grow in like pastures and stuff, and I'm sure that's what fertilizes it to
Yeah.
make it grow there.
Pat likes Brussels sprouts, huh?
Yes, he does. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to buy something separate for him just so he can have his Brussels sprouts. Like I buy the steamables for him.
Hey,
just
as
so
long
he
as
can
somebody
have
eats
'em.
them, right? Like I said, I never, but there was a time when I didn't like broccoli either. Now it's my favorite vegetable. If
Only
I don't even
I
call
like
that a
it.
vegetable, but
I like it raw. I like it better raw. But I have to put the Velveeta cheese on it for me to eat it steamed.
I like the way that Texas Roadhouse serves their broccoli. It's just butter. They're steamed with butter and salt. And I don't know if it's the butter they use or if it's the broccoli they use, but it is ridiculously good. Silver beet. I don't know what the hell that is.
Me neither. I have no clue.
Silver beet over a poached egg. It looks like some kind of a lettuce. Silver beet, the plant. I'm trying to do some research here. Growing silver beet. What is silver beet?
Silver beet is, hold on, also known as Swiss chard or Seagale beet. Am I saying
So
that
it's some
right?
kind of beet. All right.
It's a leafy green vegetable with white or colored stems and large green leaves. It's part
So
of
what
the
part do you
beets
eat?
family and has a stronger flavor than spinach.
So that you eat the leaf part.
So the flavor is earthy and stronger than spinach.
So I wouldn't
all it
like it
says.
at all.
But it is the nutrients, it's high in vitamins A and C and E, as well as calcium, iron, potassium, folate, and fiber.
So what is the
It
one
can be eaten
thing?
raw in salads or cooked in frittatas, pies, soups, and gratins. Gratins.
What is
Gratins,
your
gratins.
favorite thing about being a carnivore? What's your favorite meat dish? Besides
Mine?
Pat, yeah.
I don't know. Well, actually, I do like steak now, because now I when my parents used to cook it, they would make it well done, and it was more like you were chewing and
Yeah,
chewing
I
and
ca-
chewing
I don't
and
know
chewing and
how.
chewing. So that's how I was raised on. So I didn't care for steak. But when Pat came along, he's like, well, why don't you try medium rare? And I'm thinking if it's half uncooked, I'm not going to fucking eat that shit. But I like it. It's good. So I am into the steak right now. I do like ribeyes and New York strips. So
That's good. So steak is your favorite meat.
I would take steak, yes.
All right. Bonzo.
That's hard. I mean, depends on what type of food you're eating. For if it's just a piece of meat that you're eating, yeah, I would do steak over anything else. But I mean, I like chicken and Chinese.
I mean, if I'm going to pick one, if I have to eat one the rest of my life, it's not going to be steak. It would be fried chicken, and I'd be dead quick, but that's okay.
yeah.
See, I would take chicken over
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it's
steak
just
anytime.
a piece of meat, it depends on how it's prepared and what, I don't know. I like Chinese. When I get Chinese, I like chicken better than like beef. But
yeah.
if I'm doing like barbecue or something,
but if when Mexican comes up, I like beef better than chicken.
Yeah.
Same.
But in Chinese, I like chicken better than beef.
Right.
Chinese, I get the shrimp lo mein.
Yeah. When I go to that one, our favorite place out in Millersburg, Chang's Gourmet Buffet. It's not a buffet anymore, but
it's a buffet, but it's not a buffet.
Not anymore. They had a buffet, now they're just a regular dine-in / carry-out.
Never eaten there.
It's a little tiny place. It's hard to find. We found it by accident, but their dumplings are so fucking good. Oh my God. They're pot stickers. Woo.
Yeah.
Something about them. They make them themselves, of course, like all those places do, but oh my God, is it good. But anyhow, they have, the lo mein I get there is called house lo mein. And it's got chicken and shrimp in it.
Sounds good.
It is good. Their house lo mein is like, hey. I always get sick because I eat too much of it.
When we went to Sam's Club a couple of weeks ago, I came across some kielbasa, Texas smoked flavor, and holy shit, is that good?
Poultry is still meat, Pat. It's just not. It's not. It's still flesh. It makes you not a vegetarian if you eat it.
But yeah, and I made this not last night, the night before. Oh, the night before, because this is the first time we were trying it, and I said, "Oh, this has competition to the stuff that we got, you guys."
Right.
Holy shit, is it good?
Yeah. Bring it on. I told Barker we gotta make a trip out there.
It was like, I think you got, I can't remember because we unpacked it and repacked it, but I think there was 12 of them in a pack. It was only like $16 compared to the 2 packs that I bought you for $16.
Right.
But they're smaller, obviously, but it kind of reminds you like, well, the size that you get for like a package for like sausage. But yes. And Pat said this would be good in kielbasa stew. Did you ever have that?
No.
Oh,
but it sounds like something I would eat.
Cabbage, carrots, yes, and kielbasa in it and stuff like that. It's really good. And potatoes, yes. So I said, oh, I think we need to try that. But yes, I'm surprised for being at Sam's Club. This ain't gonna be anything compared to the Konopowskis that we get. But damn, I think it's even better.
You have to prove that.
Guess I gotta bring some with.
So it's planned then. We're gonna make some Brussels sprouts because Pat will eat them already, right? And he already likes them, so he don't have to be convinced.
He always gets mad because no one in the house eats them. So I like, well, if you want them, we'll just start buying you steamables, and then you can do what you want with them. But yeah.
Make sure. Got other things in my head. All right.
What are you doing?
I'm working. I'm working. Kielbasa is good. I fucking love it. We had some the other day, and I found another pack when I was digging through there. So I haven't finished all yours off. I have 1 pack left. It was in a fucking gray bag for some reason. I didn't see it.
In a gray bag. Huh. But when we went to get the apple sauerkraut for New Year's Day, we stopped at they have a Polish stand up there, and they had this wedding kielbasa, and I didn't care for it.
What does that mean? Wedding? Does that mean it's harder?
It's a different Pat would know, Pat would know because the guy was talking to my mom and stuff, and I didn't quite hear him. But I guess it's the process of how they make it, and I don't know all that shit. But I didn't care for it. It was better, like Pat said, it was better to eat it cold than, well, it was already smoked already. So, but I was like, nope, not a fan.
I'm not a big fan of really smoky flavored food. Got to be mild smoke.
Well, I am. I like the smoke. What I don't like is the fake, because there's a liquid smoke you can put on stuff.
Yeah.
I don't care for that. But I like the charcoal smoke. The flavored woods are okay. They're not flavored, scented, whatever you want to call it. They're okay. But when I smoke my stuff, I like the charcoal flavor better than anything. I don't know why. Just that's what trips my trigger.
I can't wait for the weather to break. My wife got me one of those outdoor wood fire pizza ovens. I want to try it. I ain't getting out in this freezing cold weather making pizza.
I keep trying to get a price on that shit, and I can't get a straight answer out of anybody on what our cost is. But
Price on what?
Pizza oven.
Oh,
I think you'd be better off getting one of those portable ones. You seen those?
the portable?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
that's
it.
what did it. That's what mine is. It's a
Yeah.
portable one.
Yeah, but you're talking about doing a brick one. And
Well, I
told you,
was,
yeah,
but then I
they're
never.
just not. You got to pay a fucking mason to put them together. That's the problem.
This one's you can do propane and wood or wood pellets. It's like a propane wood pellet type. You can do either or both at the same time. I haven't really got into it yet.
I'm all about food, so it doesn't matter what it is, pretty much. I want to try it. I say that, then I go to restaurants and I get the exact same thing every time.
Yeah,
We went
Spaghetti.
to Magoo's the other night. Sampler. Same thing I get every fucking time I go. I never branch out.
I was talking to the owner the other night. We went down there not too long ago, and he's like, "Did you try the steak?" And I'm like, "No, I like getting your sampler every time I come here." He's like, "Everybody's ranting and raving about the steak." I'm like, "Next time I'll try it." So it was on special, so I don't know if they carry it all the time or not. And then they had pork chops too. He said those, everybody's talking about those too. They were really good. So maybe I'll try something different next time we go there.
I'm like, I don't know if I'm a catastrophizer, but I'm always like, because I won't send shit back. So what if I don't like it? Then my whole fucking dinner's ruined. That's the reason I never branch out. I find something I like and I stick with it. But
I'll let somebody else order it, and then I'll try from there. And then that's how I get
that's
to
probably
start
the,
liking
yeah,
it. Yeah.
the
But
sneaky
like I
way.
said, well, you guys, when we went to that pizza place,
Uh-huh.
I tried it. Now I'm expanding my menu.
Mm-hmm. I was skeptical about that too. And she brought some home, and I was like, man, that's pretty good. So then I went and then had it fresh, and it was even better. Like, oh yeah, fucking Park Street pizza. But she went and had the deep dish thing the other day. Their new deep dish restaurant.
Yeah, I went there. I didn't like it.
It did. It's not Tom food at all. That
And
is
it's
not for me.
expensive as
Yeah.
shit.
I'm like, yeah, hard pass.
I mean, it was like $16 for this little dinky ass pizza.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
You got to pay for that storefront, man. Someone's got to.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
That shit
what's
ain't
so
cheap.
special about it?
It's deep
It's the-
dish, and
It's
there's
the same people that own Park Street.
Yeah.
They did this fancier restaurant.
Ah,
They could have just built a Park Street in Dover and it probably would have been okay. They both probably would survive, no problem at all. People would probably just flock to both of them. Because that one in Sugar Creek gets crowded all the time. You know, so build another one. They have another one up in, where the hell was I? Oh, South Canton. What is that? Uniontown? Is that what that's called?
No, I'm not sure.
Just south of Canton on 800. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, they have another Park Street up there. But it looked like it was carry out only. It didn't look like it was big enough to dine in. But I could have been wrong. It looked like a really skinny little store stuck in a strip mall. But either way, if you want your Park Street fixed and you're in Canton, it's doable.
They need to bring some to Pennsylvania.
Tell them. They're probably Amish. Tell they can move out there to your Amish country and get it going.
Huh.
Well, it's time to do some, get some business taken care of here. Not business. This is fun. And now
It's time to get lucky with Little T. Here are today's lucky numbers.
And fortunately, I got it all in one file this time, so I can't fuck it up.
No. Hello, everyone. Let's take a trip back to the 80s for some horoscope fun.
80s,
Aries,
yeah.
You're the Michael J. Fox of your crew. Always on the move and never settling down. This week, channel your inner Marty McFly and take a risk that might just pay off. It's time to jump into your DeLorean and chase those dreams. Taurus, channel your inner Madonna and express yourself. This week is all about indulging in the finer things in
gay.
life. Pamper yourself with a shopping spree or a cozy
Material.
night in with your favorite 80s flick. You deserve it.
Pamper
Gemini,
yourself, Macone.
you're like the ultimate Walkman mixtape, full of variety and surprises. This week, your social calendar is going to be as packed as a roller rink on a Friday night. Embrace the chaos and enjoy the ride. Cancer, you got the heart of Molly Ringwald in a John Hughes movie, sensitive and sincere. This week, focus on your relationships and let your loved ones know how much you care. A heartfelt gesture will go a long way. Leo, you're the star of the show, like Prince in Purple Rain. This week, bask in the spotlight and let your creativity shine. Whether it's through art, music, or fashion, show the world what you're made of.
I better not get Cyndi Lauper.
Virgo, you're the ultimate problem solver, like MacGyver with a paperclip. This week, tackle those tasks that have been piling up. Your attention to detail will pay off, and you'll feel accomplished by the weekend. Libra, you're all about balance, like a perfectly timed moonwalk. This week, seek harmony in your relationships and surroundings. A little effort in creating a peaceful environment will bring you joy. Scorpio, you're as intense as a power ballad by Bon Jovi. This week, dive deep
Better than
into your
Madonna.
passions and let your inner fire guide you. Whether it's love or work, go all in and make it unforgettable. Sagittarius, you're the free spirit, like Ferris Bueller on his day off. This week, embrace your adventurous side and plan a spontaneous trip or activity. Life's too short to play it safe all the time. Capricorn, you're the ambitious one, like the cast of The Breakfast Club, working towards graduation. This week, focus on your goals and stay disciplined. Hard work will pay off and you'll be one step closer to success. Aquarius, you're the innovator, like the creators of the Rubik's Cube. This week, think outside the box and come up with creative solutions to any challenges you face. Your unique perspective will be your greatest asset. Pisces, you're the dreamer, like David Bowie in Labyrinth. This week, let your imagination run wild and explore new artistic pursuits. Whether it's painting, writing, or music, let your creativity flow. Now let's break open that fortune cookie. Stay true to yourself.
We can dance if we
safely,
want to.
And never be afraid to stand out. Here are your pick 3 numbers: 9, 8, 4. Good luck.
You got to
Till we
do. Oh,
meet
there's
again.
no race.
Stay in the light, spammers.
Safety, safety, safety. Let's see here. I'm trying to find
Starbucks. Yeah. She said MacGyver, the original MacGyver. Funnily enough, years and years ago, my stepdaughter used to call me that.
Here we go.
And now it's time for the weather with Viana Putze.
Hey, babies. We're going to do some weather for you right now. So I try to get, not me, but Bonnie Johnson, he tried to get Heather to do the weather, but she awful busy with her grandson and all that. So we're not going to bother her. We're going to go through it, and Viana going to read you the weather this week. So get your diapers on, ladies. I know you're going to be wet when I'm done. But anyway, hey, Bonzo, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
And that hoe Tisha here too. I guess I should say hi, Tisha, you hoe.
Hello.
Anyhow, can't believe they even let you on the show, playing with my men's like you do. Anyhow, I'm gonna do the wedding now. Even though Tisha's still here, hoping she would leave since I came on, but pain in my ass. So what are we doing? I forget. Oh, the weather. Yeah. Anyhow, we're gonna do the weather in Bangladeshi. It's this place over there by India. They got nice weather. So this is the weather for Bangladesh. It says it offers a beautiful blend of warmth and comforts, making it an inviting destination for travelers to Dhaka. That's Dhaka. That's the capital city for you dummies who don't know nothing like Viana. You know everything. Dhaka. Sound like you got something caught in your throat, but it's probably a really nice city. Anyhow, the daytime temperatures are usually around 26 degrees Fahrenheit, 26 degrees C. What's C mean? I don't know.
Celsius?
26 cold? 79 very, very warm? I don't know what that F and C means. The hell's wrong with these people? Why can't they just put a temperature down like degrees? They don't know how to spell degrees? Anyhow, 26 and 79, with evenings that cool down to 15, which is 59 F. I don't know. This is just so dumb. How does Heather even read this shit? Anyhow, their period is characterized by an abundance of sunshine with minimal rainfall, providing ideal conditions for exploring the country. And it's real beauty. I don't know. This is just so much better when Heather does it. I need to just quit. We're not going to do the weather like this. Anyhow, this is Viana Putze. So long, babies.
Yeah, we need to get Heather back to the weather. That's not. It's not. Doesn't have the same punch. Anyhow, so now it's time to put you on the spot.
Okay.
We got the Philadelphia Eagles
Okay.
versus the Washington Commanders. Can you give us a score? What you think the score will be? And who do you think?
28-17 Eagles.
28-17 Eagles.
Eagles. Okay. I'm going to write this down myself. Ugh. That.
Now we have the Buffalo Bills versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
So it's the Buffalo Bills, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Kansas City.
Yep.
Okay, so it's going to be Kansas City. It's going to be 32 Kansas. 14 Buffalo.
Ooh, ass whooping. You think both games are going to be ass whoopings? We're going to see. So come Sunday at 3 p.m., you can watch the Bills and the Chiefs, I believe. No, it's the Commanders and the Eagles at 3. And then at 6:30, the Buffalo Bills and Kansas City Cheaters. They'll be on. It's not their fault that the referees cheat for them. I can't really blame them. You know, if they wanted to, like if the bowling guy would come down and knock pins down for me, I wouldn't say anything. If he just reach his foot down, every time that 10 pin stands up, if he just reach down and knock it over, I'd be like, okay, sorry guys, that's a strike. So we got our asses handed to us last week in bowling.
We won 1.
They got 3 out of 4 from us. However, I did have my career high bowling game. 208. Sad that that's my career high. I've had higher when I was drunk, but not like in league. Like before that was a 207, and that was down at Alpa. That wasn't up here. Up here, I think I broke 200 once. And that was just a few weeks ago, a few games ago. Hit like a 203. You break 200 regularly, Bonzo. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know about regular.
I don't know why you put me on the bottom. Isn't that where your best bowler's supposed to go?
Yeah, but
I know it doesn't matter, but
it doesn't.
Did you get tired of all the pressure being on you?
No, I don't know why it did that. I just never fixed it.
Oh.
They just did that. The computer did that.
Mm. I wonder if it did at that time that you guys were absent and then it just stayed that way.
I don't know.
The one game
Did
you
you
guys
start out with
or
me
whatever.
on the bottom? I thought this year we started with you on the bottom.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
You're our anchor this year.
I'm good at anchoring stuff, holding shit down. I can hold a chair down better than most people. But anchoring the bowling team, not so much. All right. Does anybody got anything else they want to discuss? We got the football out of the way. We got the weather and the horoscopes. And
You can tune in tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. with
Is
my
your show
put
tonight?
On the mix. It is. It is on tonight.
I'll probably miss it. I'll be at the. I don't think I can get it. I don't know. I'll
you
try
can
to
get it anywhere it has internet.
Yeah.
If you're just sitting at the slot machine, you can put it through your headphones.
Yeah, I can do that.
I got a good lineup.
I'll take my earbuds with me if I can remember.
I meant to send you stuff.
I got one. You sent me a couple through submissions, so I picked up one. I got it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to send you a classic. That's what I wanted. I wanted to be part of the classic.
I didn't have any classics this week, so
See, I could have been the whole thing.
you could have had a double shot or a triple.
Son of
Yes.
a bitch.
Well, in 2
what
weeks.
theme are you? Like the
There's-
MTV era?
Yeah.
I am the
Mhm.
MTV era, yes, from 80s to early 2000s.
I don't know if I imagine that Alice in Chains song I did would be
Anything early, the early 2000s, what I would consist of early 2000s would be up to 2000 and maybe 10.
You just
So-
need to start smuling.
You do need to start smuling. But yes. So.
You know, you can join other people. You don't have to wait for me to do that stuff.
Nah, I ain't doing that.
You have no idea. I mean, the amount of titty pictures I get from smuling. They send them right through their little chat right there. Bunch of titty pictures. It'd be awesome for you.
Serious?
Yeah, no, you're not. You don't even have the ability to send pictures. Thank God. Could you imagine all the dick pics those girls would get? If you had the ability to send pictures on Smule, all those creepy fuckers that are on there already. Oh my God. That'd be hilarious.
I went on there the other day and I was just kind of listening to different, and it seems like they put like their top singers on the front page or something. These people that I clicked on were like super good.
There's a lot of popularity. When they're popular, they get the most feed. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They were like they could be actual famous people.
There's plenty of talent on Smule.
It's crazy. I was like, holy shit, these people are good.
We're not part of that, but we do it for fun. And I
That's right.
told Bart we were having that conversation yesterday because I've been smealing more again.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have, in a moment of 100% transparency, that fucking show that I had on Thursday nights ruined me for Smule. I got so sick of Smule music. I didn't want to do it anymore. It fucking burned me out, and I didn't want to Smule anymore. And then now I'm having fun Smuling again. So
well, first of all, it's kind of hard when you're behind the scenes of the radio.
Mhm.
People don't understand what we do behind the scenes. So
Right.
there's a lot going behind the scenes on top of trying to get the shows going
Right.
For that day, because it actually took me, well, it usually takes me 3 days to get everything complete, but that's the point. That's like I said, it's not the point. There's other stuff behind the scenes that we do.
Right.
So it consumes a lot of our time, and most
It
people
does.
don't know that. Right. Exactly. But like I haven't been smealing much, but yesterday I got on.
I saw.
Okay. Yeah. So, and I wanted to do more, but I was like, I didn't have like the time. And like when I sing like one or two songs, I get exhausted right
Mhm.
away. I'm
Yeah.
thinking, so
Well, and this is the conversation we had. I don't sing on there because I think I'm good. I know I'm not. I sing on there because I really, really like singing. I do. I enjoy it. It's fun to me. It's fun.
right.
I work hard at singing, like on practice and stuff. When I go weekly over to our music nights and all that, and I still taking lessons from John and all that. I work hard on it, not because I think I can be good someday, because I want to be as good as possible, because I like doing it. So when it's something you're passionate about, well, it doesn't matter what it is, you just naturally want to get better at it.
Right.
I'm never going to be, a famous singer. I know that, and I'm okay with that. But I enjoy it, and that's
I go
why I
on
do it.
Spiel just to have fun, and I do the
It is
videos,
fun.
and I make an ass out of myself sometimes, and I'd make the
I've never
funny
seen you make
faces
an
and
ass out of
everything else.
yourself on Smule.
I did. I do. I do.
Dude, there's some
But
wacky
I like
motherfuckers
to
on there. You're not even in the
I
top
like to
10,000
get
of
people.
wacky people.
I like to get people like to have fun singing, not just like seriously singing. Like, come join me and have some
Right.
fun. That's me. So
There's like
that's why I
that
go on and do
King of
that.
Smule guy. Have you seen him?
Which King of Smule?
Yeah, well,
King of Smule.
he's a clown. He's a Smule clown. Doesn't wear makeup, but he dresses up, does all this weird shit. He calls himself the King of Smule. It's kind of brilliant. He's not even good.
This isn't Joe Gills, is it?
Yeah.
Is it Joe Gills?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I sung with him a couple of
Yeah,
times.
he's not even that good, but
He is actually was in a band in a band from New Jersey. I seen his band already play in New Jersey. He sung on the boardwalks as well. So I know who he is. But yeah.
he's not that good to be the King of Smule.
If
But it's
you-
his shtick, man, and people fucking eat it up.
Yes.
People eat it up. He's popular on there. But that's what I'm saying. Those guys are clowns. They're there for entertainment value and blah blah blah. And he more power to him. He wants to have fun and do that. He's not.
Right.
He's not the best singer.
I sang with him a couple of times.
Yeah,
I just like I said, I just like to see what the hell he's doing and all shit. But
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with what he's doing. There's nothing wrong with, he's pulling the Howard Stern. He called himself the king of all media, and then it stuck.
Right.
He wasn't the king of all media. When you give yourself a nickname like that, sometimes it sticks. So the guy's kind of brilliant that way. He called himself the king of Smule. But anyhow, all right, we're done wasting your time and talking about shit nobody cares about. But that's what we do because we enjoy it. Same reason we have this show. It's for fun.
So
As long
see
as it
you all
stays
at
fun,
8
we'll keep
p.m.
going. Yes.
See you all at 8 p.m. tonight, along with Patty Karen cakes.
If you don't tune in, we're going to send, we got naked pictures of me. We're going to send to everybody's their PMs if you don't tune in. If you tune in, we'll leave you alone. If you don't tune in, you're getting my naked butthole in your DM. So you better tune in because it's disgusting. You don't want to see that. And if you get no listeners tonight, then we know I'm hot, right? That's what that means. All right, WBAM. We will see you Monday morning at 8 a.m.
No Monday. No Monday.
Oh, that's right. We will see you Friday morning, next Friday at 8 a.m. I have to
Yes.
cancel this weekend. Yeah.
Yes.
We got the safety meetings this week, so I actually have to work. So it's all good. Next week, anyway. All right. So we will see you in a week on Friday morning at 8 a.m. Please tune in. Please have a good weekend, a good rest of your week, and we will see you then. Peace and love, WBAM. Peace and love.
Peace.
Bye-bye.